Hey, what is up, everybody? Michael Crump back here again, talking about the latest and the greatest in PlayStation 4 homebrew news and much, much more. So we are back again with homebrew news number 5. Let's jump straight into it. Okay, so yesterday I released a video and it was called The PlayStation Homebrew Scene Owes You Absolutely Nothing. It was a video where basically I just kind of told it like it was. Again, I have no hidden agendas here. There's no affiliate links. There's no sponsorships or anything like that. Basically, I delivered a message that I think people needed to hear. I find it a bit funny when I've been told a couple of times that this was rude, because at the end of the day, it's just like, your mom, your dad, when they finally get on to you about something, chances are it was probably something that you needed to hear. But nonetheless, if you want to hear my take on the PlayStation homebrew scene in all of its glory, then go ahead and check out this video. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm not motivated or driven, again, by sponsorships, affiliate links, or things of that nature. I will give it to you straight. Next up, there was a release of GoldHen version 2.2.2. So I covered in a completely separate video GoldHen version 2.2.1. But 2.2.2 came out, and if we scroll down into the release notes here, then what we will see is that there was a couple of different items that was changed, primarily being a couple of bug fixes. So added cheat absolute offset support, fixed close option bug, and then more importantly was this one right here, which was they fixed the Orbis Toolbox support bug. So if you used Orbis Toolbox and you were using 2.2.1, well, then you had a bunch of different problems. Now, if you update to this version, it works great with the Orbis Toolbox. And not only was there a brand new GoldHen 2.2.2 that came out, but also there was an update to the cheat repository. So if we go ahead and we take a look at the latest commit and we scroll down, you'll see that there's a number of games that was just added support. So down here into like Batman was added, World War II, the campaign mode, Stranded Deep, and if we keep scrolling down into here, you'll see like Assassin's Creed, some Metal Gear Solid, again, Wolfenstein, Resident Evil Origins, and obviously many, many, many more. And so again, one of the best ways to take advantage of all of these cheats is to use the official GoldHen cheat manager. So if we scroll down a little bit, you can see at least a GUI picture of what it looks like. But basically, you go up here to where it says releases, and you scroll down a little bit, and you download this PKG file, maybe put it on a USB drive or FTP it to your PlayStation 4 and run it, and then you'll be able to simply come to the GoldHen PlayStation 4 Cheats Manager and then select Update here, and it will automatically download all of the latest and the greatest updates for cheats. So again, you don't have to go out and manually maybe go to the GoldHen cheat repository, click on code, and then download the zip, and then copy and paste the JSON and the SHN files. Now you can get all of that goodness by simply downloading the GoldHen PlayStation 4 Cheat Manager. Next up is that there was the PlayStation 4 9.50 official release that came out. So again, in party mode, a couple of things was added here. It says now when you start a party, you can select either an open party or a closed party. An open party lets your friends join without an invite, and then a closed party is only for players you invite. Next up is you can now individually adjust the voice chat volume of each player in a party, and then they have added Ukrainian language support, which is a bit ironic because right now you can't even buy PlayStations in Russia. And there was a number of issues with the launch. Obviously, one of those was reported over here by The Verge, and it was the PlayStation Network is down, but not for everyone on PS5 and PS4. There was a couple of different tweets that kind of came out, and I thought this one was a bit interesting because this user had already paid for the PlayStation Network, yet when they were trying to play Call of Duty Vanguard, it prompted them to pay yet again. The video is a bit hilarious if you want to listen to his audio, and I will link that into the comments below. And so not only did we get 9.50, We also got, for the PlayStation 5, we got 5.00. Now, if you look at the changelog of PS5 5.00 versus the changelog over here for the PlayStation 4, you can definitely see where Sony is putting their efforts. With the PlayStation 4, the changelog is just a couple of lines. For the PlayStation 5, obviously, it was more than just a couple of lines. So a couple of things that's in here that's a bit notable was that we're starting to see parity between the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5, as some of the features, such as this one right here, when you start a party, you can select an open or a closed party, is exactly the same that you could do right over here in the PlayStation 4. And then again, on the PlayStation 5, they added Ukrainian language support, just as they did over here on the PlayStation 4. There is a couple of other differences that's in there. I actually recommend watching Mystic's video where he actually details all of the changes for the PlayStation 5. Again, my guidance on PlayStation 4 9.50 and the PlayStation 5 5.00 is to not update if you want to continue using Homebrew. And just one other thing to note there is that we do have a user-land exploit on the PlayStation 5 on 4.03. Unfortunately, right now, and I did confirm this through a thread that I created a couple of days ago on PS5 5.00, new PlayStations and at least digital consoles from Amazon UK are starting to ship on 4.50. Basically means that it's going to start becoming more and more rare to find a console that's actually on 4.03, which is where we absolutely have the best chance at getting an exploit. So if you haven't bought a PlayStation 5, then I would encourage you to try to go ahead and get one. Again, for at least right now, I probably wouldn't use some of these big box retailers. So like Amazon, that's pretty much all brand new stock. I also wouldn't get one from Sony Direct now because that one's more than likely going to be on 4.50. And even down into this thread here, there was a report of getting a older version, which is 4.03, coming from a BT shop. So just keep that in mind. And then if you want to host your own CDN that stores your different package files, well, LightningMods has created this Store-CDN-Tool, and it was actually by LightningMods and Modded Warfare. Modded Warfare has a video on this as well that you can check out. But if you go ahead and go right over to the GitHub repo, and you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see that this is basically just a local store CDN server. So if you have a bunch of package files that traditionally maybe you use things such as remote package installer, or maybe just keep them all on a USB drive, you can create a server and use the Homebrew store and actually order to serve those up. But it is an alternative if you don't want to just use a USB drive, or again, use something like remote package installer, or just connect up via FTP. Now keep in mind, this is a local server, so you will need to have some sort of local computer or some sort of local device that's going to be serving up and storing where all of those files already are. There is this video that started to kind of make its ways around, and that is playing the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess on a PS4 that's been jailbroken on 9.00. So if you're wondering how that they're actually doing this, they're actually using Linux. So it shows in this video here where they've booted up Linux, and once they boot up Linux, and let's just go straight to this page right here, you can see that they're running Fedora, and then they're running another application on top of that, which is Litrus. And once they do that, they basically select the ROM that they would like to play and then start it up, and they're able to play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. So I thought this project was kind of neat, but the other thing is that this has actually been around for ages. It's just now starting to get a little bit of buzz, but again, you could have done this a long time ago. So that's going to do it for this one, folks. Thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for much more awesome PlayStation Homebrew news. I'll see you in the next one. Michael, out!